here. Wait. I can do like that, I think.
Telling to an Asian parent after their son has just gone through 4 years of university to get a master's degree and then get a job at the BBC, that they're going to quit that to talk about anime titties.
If you were my son, I would be angry. I'd be very angry.
Like, I remember my dad just telling me, I can't believe you're just like wasting 4 years of my life. I can't believe you've done this.
I was in my third year of uni and I fucking hated it. And I was really like,
I didn't enjoy uni either.
And but it was because at that point I had really found like voiceover and I'd found I was dabbling in YouTube and I really felt like for first time in my life I found something that I enjoyed doing, right? And I was terrified to tell my parents. I was like, oh my God, like, because I was going to do a master's in engineering.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, I'll just do the bachelor's in my head and I'll get out. But I was terrified to tell my parents because, you know, my brother, he absolutely killed it. He was the model son, right? When did engineering, did aeronautical engineering, went into an amazing job and is doing great, right? Perfect British son, right? Did the track. And I was like, I kind of want to just fuck around in London and make videos, you know, like do some commercials and stuff. And to their support, they were like, okay, we'll see.
I guess that's the pressure that comes with like not being the firstborn, right?
I mean, yeah, true. I think my parents, they haven't said this, but they were like, if he fucks up, he'll deal with it, right? Like, we'll help him out, right? But if, you know, we'll let him do it. We'll let him fuck around. He's 20, 21, I think.
I think my family didn't even believe I was moving to Japan.
I was like,
I'm going to go to Japan. Like, yeah, sure you are. I was like, and then like a week out, I was like, I'm off to Japan next week. Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
I was like, literally at Heathrow Airport, like, I'm going to get the Virgin Atlantic flight now. They're like, yeah, sure you are. And I was like, I'm in Japan. They're like, oh yeah. They just didn't believe I was happening. Because they were like, this is so weird. Why is he moving to Japan? Doesn't know anyone.
What do they
Yeah.
say? What do your parents say about that?
They're
when
just
you
like,
were-
oh, all right. Well, good luck with that.
Wait, so how old are you when you moved to Japan?
I was 22.
Ah, okay.
It's just after university.
You're
Right,
same
right.
age as me then.
Same age, yeah.
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 And they were just like, right, nice. Keep going. Have a
Good
good
luck
one,
with that.
son.
Yeah.
Hey,
Have a nice
I'll be
flight.
at the pub when you're back.
What about you, Joey? Because I mean, you were doing YouTube videos throughout university as well, weren't you?
I mean, I started in my first year of uni, and then thank God in my third year of uni, I went from like 50K to like $500,000.
Oh, so you can easily. Like,
Yeah.
that was like fuck you money to like.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
basically,
You know,
My God, that
getting-
must have been the best uni experience I could
Yeah.
ever think
I
of.
remember getting like 400 pounds of ad rev, and I was like, yeah, guys. I'm gonna buy this right.
that's like 12 instant ramen.
No,
I'm just
it's
going to
like-
Jack in the
you know,
Box, guys. I'm going to
like
be
five
back in like
shots.
25
5 minutes or so. I should be back before this video ends. So yeah, I'll be back around 11 PST. You're back, guys.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pricey, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like my loan's not going to pay for this. Where the fuck are you getting your money from?
I mean, at least for me, like, it wasn't so much like the aspect of like, oh, do you have enough money? Where it's more like, you know, because I have family here and I've spent like literally half my life here. My parents knew just from how much I loved and respected Japanese culture and the language that I was going to move here eventually. And I was like, if YouTube never like went off for me, I was gonna move here and do some kind of fucking IT job here, right?
Yeah.
Because I even like I even interned at an IT job here when I had like 30,000 subs or something.
Yeah.
So like, and during that intern as well, every day I would like just be like, oh, do you want to go out for a drink, intern? And I'm like, no thanks. I got to record a YouTube video when I get home. And I would do that. Like I would go back to my cousin's place. I was staying at my cousin's place at the time, and I would fucking come back and fucking record a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Because I knew that like if I kept going with this shit, it was eventually going to lead somewhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
And thank God it did. So by the time I graduated uni, my parents knew. Like, it wasn't a secret to my parents that I was doing YouTube. And they were like, you know, silently following me on my whole YouTube thing. So they saw like how much I blew up in my last year of uni. Where when I said to them, hey, I'm thinking to move to Japan to be a YouTuber, my parents are just like, yeah, I mean, it seems like you're making enough money.
Yeah,
Fucking go
yeah.
for it. And like, I made a promise to my mom. She's like, because typical Asian parent, she's like, okay, I see you're being super successful and you're probably making more money than most uni graduates right now. I'll make you a deal. If you're able to continue this by the time you're 24 years old, then I'll let you do it for the foreseeable future. But if not,
you do it.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
just gonna drag you
yeah,
home.
yeah.
Like,
But if not, you have to go and get a real job at the age of 24. And
intense.
I'm
No,
almost 26
no,
now, still doing it, baby.
Because the biggest thing I had to like explain to my parents, or the biggest thing my parents were worried about was like the concept of being a YouTuber as a career, right? As opposed to be like, okay, you're making money, you know, you can keep doing it. But like when I quit my job, I was like, how old was I? Fuck, I was like 25-ish, 20. I can't remember exactly when I came back. I'm sure someone in the YouTube comments will know. But it was like, you know, I was in like my mid-20s, and like the concept of quitting my career job to do a YouTube thing, even if I was making money, was just so alien. And even to me, like I didn't even know if YouTube could be a career that I could do for years down the line.
Right.
Like, has that been ever like a worry for you guys? Like how long you can basically do this for, and what this could lead to?
I've always thought to myself, because it's really hard with YouTube, right? Because as of right now, there is no previous example of someone being able to do this for like 50 years. Right? It's not like every other entertainment industry, like the movie industry or the music industry, where there are examples of people who have been able to do it their entire career from like their 20s to their 70s.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because YouTube is like, what, not even 15 years old at this point. We don't know if it's going to be the next TV or if it's just a fad.
Yeah.
Right?
Get ready for TikTok.
Yeah, right?
We're last year's news.
You never know, honestly. So
TikTok.
like, that's what's like the scariest thing about it, and I think that's why I've slowly come to the realization that like I can't put all my eggs into the YouTube basket because you really don't know if it's one day it's just gonna fucking disappear.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan or anything? If YouTube fell through, do you have like a backup of what you
I mean, I guess for you it'd be the film industry, right?
Right. I mean, sure.
That will teach English again.
Yeah.
Back to teaching Japanese students how to pronounce the word salmon. Salmon, children. Salmon. Repeat after me. Salmon. Yeah.
How to say pen without pronouncing the P.
This is a pen.
It's a
No.
Teaching a high school achiever. That's my backup plan. No, my backup plan. Yeah, it's just like
I haven't thought about it.
I believe that it'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think YouTube will be okay. YouTube, we've talked about the turmoil of YouTube, how dodgy it is, but at the end of the day, YouTube is fairly stable and it is fairly okay.
Yeah.
It's more sustainable than I think YouTubers like to make out.
It is.
We like to play devil's advocate a lot with
Definitely.
YouTube.
And I've got a podcast I do as well. Occasionally I do sponsor stuff. I've got Patreon, so I have lots of different avenues.
Yeah,
that
of course.
Yeah.
If YouTube falls, then hopefully I can bounce back somehow.
Yeah.
Make my transition to the film industry. But that's why I do have my eye always on the future.
Right.
Yeah.
Moving into film, moving into TV, doing something like that.
Yeah.
As a backup. But at the end of the day, really, YouTube will always be, for the foreseeable future, hopefully 10 years, that's my main bread and butter. That's what I do. That's what I enjoy doing.
The way I see it as well is like, it's not often you get an opportunity like this in like your life.
No.
Right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
even if it did fall through, so fucking what?
Well,
I had a good time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did
yeah.
well.
Even if you were like a millionaire, if you were worth $500 million, Connor, you'd probably still do what you do now.
Yeah.
It's what I love to do.
You don't do it for the money. You do it because you actually enjoy commentating, you enjoy the creativity, you enjoy the fun. And I'm sure that's the same to you guys, right?
Yeah. I love the creative aspect for it. Like I went through 4 years of engineering to realize I don't want to do engineering. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's engineering in a nutshell. I did engineering as well. You do 3 years of engineering to realize, I don't think I like engineering. Like I do. I remember I remember this. I was in my dissertation, my final dissertation, and I did some electrical engineering for it. And I was like, I think I like electrical engineering more than what I've been doing. And I was like, fuck. It was like kind of like, shit, I've been doing mechanical for 3 years.
Did you have a diploma or
Did I have a diploma?
or diploma
Diploma.
or like a bachelor or something like?
Special boy studies. No, I did business and English linguistics.
And you
Oh,
did your
okay.
bachelor's for that.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Did
Okay,
bachelor's 3 years. Yeah.
And then straight to Japan.
And then straight to Japan.
Okay, yeah.
But I feel like that is a litmus test, right? If you had like $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
You'd still probably want to do what you do now, right?
Oh,
You
yeah,
still want to probably live in
definitely.
Japan, experience the country,
No,
and
yeah,
also
yeah.
make videos and entertain people, and that is the main thing, right?
Yeah.
That's the main test, if you enjoy it or not.
I've always wanted to, and I think the other boys can attest to this, but like I've always wanted to ask you, and I'm pretty sure I've asked you personally
Where's this
about how you got to do your TED
Oh,
talk.
dude,
I completely forgot about that.
Because I fucking love TED Talk as a meme.
Yeah.
It's like, welcome to my TED Talk, right? Like, I love that. So, we really wanted to know. We talked about this earlier. We want to know how you got that, how that opportunity came up, and like, just walk through the whole process.
I don't remember. Someone sent me an email.
Don't remember? What do you
Someone sent
mean?
me an email going, do you want to do a TED Talk about being a YouTuber in North Japan and talking about what it's like?
It was at
doing YouTube?
Tohoku University, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Tohoku
Sendai
University.
University.
Oh, damn.
Tohoku University, which is one of the top 3 universities in Japan,
Wow.
actually.
Okay.
And they were like, do you want to do a TED Talk on how YouTube can be used as a way of like encouraging people to come to Tohoku? And I was like, yeah, all right. But I'm quite nervous at public speaking because it's quite scary. Going from you doing this, where it's 3-4 drunkards in a room, just chatting in front of a Canon EOS R camera, just standing in front of 2,000 people going, excellent, brilliant, wonderful. And just like talking, trying to be bold and brilliant. It's a whole different ballgame.
Inspiring.
It absolutely is, because like there's no feedback. You're just talking to a camera, you know what
I
I
fucking
mean?
love making a fool of myself in front of people. I don't know why.
Get yourself on TED.
I think I'm too British, you know.
Get yourself doing a TED Talk.
Yeah, I want to do a TED Talk.
I've like unironically said like I would love to do a TED talk.
What about?
About like
Dr. Jelly.
Dude, honestly, if someone was like, "Can you do a TED talk about why anime is awesome?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, I'll do a TED
Exactly,
talk."
and it's got to be something you're passionate about. And they asked me talking about how YouTube is a great tool for promoting North Japan. And I had lots to say on the subject, given that I'd done it for 5 years of that.
I mean, I saw the video and you seemed like quite natural about
Yeah,
it.
you
but
did.
like-
You
Right,
killed
I was the last fucking speaker of the day, and I was like, as I said, I'm nervous doing public speaking.
all day.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest speech I've ever done in front of a crowd. It was like 2,000 people or something.
Mm.
And everyone's talking, and I'm the last one. I'm just sitting there like, just shaking. And then you go up, and you're like, I need to act cool. And I'm like, yes. And there's like a timer before you.
Oh,
like,
is there
it counts
really?
up to a
Oh.
fucking timer.
Oh,
I'm
God.
like, 15 minutes, go. 14,
No.
14:59, 14:58, 14:57. You're like, YouTube. YouTube's good, isn't it? But people love YouTube. And like,
Was there a part of you where you're like, shit, I've timed this to 1 minute and I went 10 seconds over. Oh my God, I've got to speed the rest up.
I remember watching loads. I remember I watched Ken Robinson, which is a really good TED talk.
Yeah.
Ken
Yeah.
Robinson, he talked about how schools kill creativity. It's one of the best speeches on TED and one of the biggest, most viewed. It's a great speech. And I just thought, I'll just do that. So I watched like Ken Robinson's speech like 20 times. And I was like, I'll just walk like him across stage. And I'll deliver lines like this in intonation. And I remember mimicking his intonation. I'm just doing it like Ken Robinson. And it worked. So
Did
I
you-
just
good
do that?
video.
Yeah.
Just
Did
do
you
that.
do like a lot of prep work?
I scripted the speech, and then in my apartment the day before, I literally just did it 10
Really?
times
Just
in a row.
one-
I was
one-
like, 10
Yeah.
times go, and I just did it once, and I did it twice, so like a tally chart, and I was like, I've done it 5 times cross, 6 times, and that's all there is to it. And
Yeah.
it wasn't too bad, because obviously you can just wing it in English.
Yeah.
Right.
I did a Japanese speech contest once, and in that,
I wanted to ask you.
Oh,
about
that was extremely difficult.
Yeah.
Because it was in Japanese, and you're not allowed to deviate from your own script, because the judges
They had
your
the script.
in front of you. If you like go off a tangent, they're
Oh
like,
God.
nope, it's shit. 'cause you went off on a tangent.
That sounds so
So you have to be like word
Yeah.
by word perfect. And so I done that, and that was obscenely complicated.
What was the process of that? Like, how did you get into that? And then
I had to focus on like one paragraph a day over
how
like a
long
2-week
was it?
period.
Like, how long
it was a
the
15-minute speech delivered entirely in Japanese. And I wrote it in English, translated it, and perfected it, and then I just broke it down to paragraphs.
Right.
I used a memorization technique to get through it.
At that point, how good was your Japanese speaking?
Oh, like good.
Like conversational, less than conversational?
I was conversational.
Okay,
I've been learning
okay.
Japanese 2 years by that point.
Okay, yeah.
And the year before, I'd done another speech contest, and I just forgot it. I got like 3...
Yeah, I remember watching
like
this video last
2
night.
paragraphs in, I was just like, saw this there. I know. Oh, fuck, I've forgotten it. And everyone was like... and I just bombed, so I had to read it off a sheet, and it was really awkward. I was like, I'm going to learn from that experience. Next year, I'm going to fuck this fucking speech contest. I'm going to do it. And it worked, you know. I went all out. But so doing that really prepared me for the TED Talk. And after that TED Talk, I was like, okay, I don't feel that nervous about public speaking anymore.
Would you do
Now
another TED Talk if you got the offer?
Sorry?
Would you do another TED Talk?
Probably. I don't know what I talk about.
About how awesome Japan is.
The value of strong zero.
Why the West needs strong zero.
Why the West needs strong zero as a beverage.
No, because that sounds like my worst nightmare. I hate public speaking, and I've only gotten better about it because I've done panels, and like it's like a fight or flight kind of situation, right?
But you once you've done it a few times, you do learn to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, we just dragged him out recently to do a video shooting in public, which he'd never done before.
That was hell for me.
It's not out yet. It's actually going to be out like this weekend.
Well, it's out by the time of this recording.
Yeah, basically, we went around Akihabara and buying as much stuff as we could for $500. Yeah, this is all the stuff. This is the challenge. And we had a bunch of challenges, and he'd never done any video or anything like that before, and it was really fun seeing him like suffer slightly.
Did you get like spotted in public while you were filming?
Yeah, I mean, we got permission to film where we did, but there were still like people there. But I think the biggest thing for me is that I'm just like, my videos are scripted. They're like perfectly planned, perfectly like I know everything that's gonna.
Yeah, same as me.
Yeah. So like when you just stick a camera in front of me and just expect me to just talk, and like the podcast is different because I got you guys. It's like a conversation, right? But like I need that conversation. I need that bounce back because if it's just a camera and I kind of speak and I almost like instinctively wait for a response, and then I realize that no response is coming, so I start panicking. So I'm like, oh shit, did I make the point I wanted to make? And and it's like the first time I tried filming the intro for this video, I was just like panicking.
People are looking at you.
Yeah. I just wasn't used to it. But no, because I remember my first panel, and I was equally as nervous for my very first panel. And it was like back then it was only like in front of like 50 people or something.
Have you been to an anime convention?
I haven't. I got invited to a few, but I felt like I was misplaced because I
think you could.
I literally just if it's about Satoshi Kon, we're in. If it's not, probably ask someone else.
I feel like you'd be good on a panel, like on
If it's about Japan stuff, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, like if you're talking about something you know about and you're passionate about, it's easy because my experience with public speaking had come from school, right?
Oh God, what an
worst place.
My God, like doing presentations in university. That's actually worth something for your final grade. It's just like fucking awful.
I gave the fucking worst speech for my dissertation. My dissertation had failed completely. I had built these renewable energy devices that just did not fucking work, and they were so poorly made. And I had to it's like selling a product that you know doesn't work to someone. And I remember sitting there, and I knew within like 2 minutes of this like 10-minute speech that my professors they knew it was fucking shit. And I had to keep selling it but it's very renewable, you see. And when the water comes up, the magnet will power the. I was literally explaining like basic physics to them, and it should have been like way more in depth. And somehow they gave me a good grade. I think because I was hopefully at least somewhat charming.
Because it was very renewable.
I think I was just like playing it off, and I'm like, well, I guess it just. I remember I was like, it should work, but it just doesn't because I didn't make it right. And then they started laughing, and I'm like, all right, well,
Got the jokes in.
yeah. Well, I genuinely think the joke saved me.
Yeah.
Because they were like, all right, it wasn't fucking awful.
Because like I remember, like okay, here's the thing. Like I remember back in my university days, I had kept the fact that I was a YouTuber or did YouTube videos completely secret.
Oh yeah, same.
Because my roommates found out immediately when they heard me fucking making anime screaming noises.
No, because like anytime I would record, my housemates would be like, "Oh, were you practicing for a presentation?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was practicing for a presentation." They believe that. They believe that.
Dude, I remember doing like moaning for like a character or something, and I came out my room and they were all just outside looking at me, and I was like, "Hello." I'm going to go get a glass of water.
See, because when I was at uni, I was like attending uni from home, like from my
Yeah.
parents' place. So like I had the privacy. Really? Yeah. So I had to travel like 2 hours one way to like go to uni every day, and then 2 hours to come back. And so like I was like, the only people who heard me was my sister and my parents, and I wasn't like doing weird like
questionable.
I mean, I wasn't doing like weird moaning shit, right?
Yeah.
So I was like,
That's all you, man. That's all
that's
you.
all you.
I'm still stuck true to myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was unlucky because obviously I was a teacher, and in my second year, my channel really took off, and I don't know how my students found out about me, but they did. And so every time I went from being Chris and said to YouTuber, and I'd walk around the corridor and be like, "Hey, YouTuber," and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I guess." And that's kind of awkward and weird. And
You should have corrected them, being like, "It's abroad in Japan."
that was quite
just a YouTube channel.
it's quite an awkward situation. To have 1,200 students shout at you, be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
But isn't it so strange now how we've gone from that to like, at least in Japan, all these young kids wanting to become YouTubers?
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
the West is, right? Like if you ask kids nowadays, they tend to say they want to be YouTubers.
Yeah.
They used to be rock stars, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
rock
yeah,
stars
yeah.
or like sports stars or like something like that.
And
Now
I'm like,
it's
why?
now it's a
Why?
YouTuber.
No, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like it's very stressful at times.
I feel like if you're not like mentally like strong enough, it can really break you.
No, but for me, like compared to getting 100K, getting a million, just for some reason, didn't feel as good.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, definitely
It
not.
just felt like it ticked over, you know?
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's like when like your car hit like 100,000 miles, like
Yeah. and it's just like I feel like mental health and just taking care of your mental health is like such an important thing to think about when you're becoming a YouTuber. And nobody really thinks about that when they say, "Oh yeah, I want to be a YouTuber." Like,
you've certainly got to grow a thick skin. I mean, I do read most of my comments on my videos. I feel like
same
when
here.
I make a video, it's like hosting a party, and you want to be there for the party. You don't just make a video and then fuck off. You want to actually be there for the house party, mingle with the guests, and then go to sleep at 4 a.m. And I love that, but if you do read the comments, there'll always be the ones that are like, "Oh, you're fat now."
Your comments are fucking brutal.
Yeah,
Guys, oh, you look like someone said you look like a retarded Elon Musk.
oh my god!
Okay, those are funny though. I think it's the ones where they do like just the littlest jab that really gets you. Where, you're like, where they might have said something about that one thing in the video you were insecure about, and it just ruins you. You're like, fuck, my whole day is ruined because of that one comment who just hit the right thing and didn't want them
I mean,
to
I got my
mention.
fair share of that when I was on your journey across Japan.
Well, I think you always get it when, as a new person on the channel, like a few guests got that. It wasn't just you on Journey Across Japan, Joey. Like my good friend Pete, who I do the podcast with, he got that as well. Because he was a new guest and he's very different. And you're always going to get that, I think.
I mean, how do you guys deal with hate comments or like? How
I don't.
I feel like as a YouTuber, what a normal person would consider hate and what a YouTuber would consider, you have to really push that goal to like because if you consider even the slightest thing hate, you're gonna
Right, that's the thing, right?
It's
like it depends. Like it depends on what they say, right? If it's something like very like opinionated, like I just don't like so and so because I just don't.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't really do anything about it because that's just their opinion. But when it's like really persistent and really petty, that's when you're like, okay, like what's your issue?
I find some of those funny. It's like I said earlier, the ones where they just find that one thing you're worried about.
That
and they
specific
get it,
thing.
They somehow
like,
find it.
They know what you're insecure about.
Yeah.
There's that one thing. Like you can have like the worst hate comment in the world. And it's like sometimes like a one sentence comment just like bothers you for the entire day. And they're like,
I've had comments that are like, "You're an asshole." I'm like, "That's funny." But then they'll just like I can't remember what it was. I read one recently. I was like, "Fuck you, you got me, bitch. I hate you so much." What was it?
So what are you, my therapist?
Yeah, it was like that, right?
Yeah.
They just hit you in like where you were insecure about it, and you're like, "God damn it!" Like they got it. But you just kind of learn like, all right, that sucks, but I've got to get on with it, right? If I let it affect the videos, then
I mean, that's
what
what
I'm doing, right?
I feel like the craze, that phase is over, but hate mail reading comment reading those videos, hate mail.
Yeah.
Those were really fun. I feel like you can't really do it anymore. I feel like it happened like 3 years ago.
It was really popular in like 2000.
It was, yeah.
I did one like 3 years ago.
Well, I've done 3 videos and rode that wave, and viewers always loved it. Because the comments I used to get were just ridiculous. Like, I hate British men that speaks with the mouth like Pitbull was one of them. It's like,
what? Verbatim quote that one. Like
that was so good. It's like, okay.
Some hate comments are just like so brilliant you want to like put on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's when you pin the good comments.
Yeah.
Such a good insult. You're like, I'm gonna pin that. I'm gonna pin that.
I used to hate everyone that called me a faggot. I hate the word faggot. You got that a lot, like,
Who called you that?
Yeah, you are a fucking faggot. Like, and because in the UK we have faggots, which are like meatballs. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not a meatball. I'm like, oh right, yeah, North America, it's much.
Yeah.
And that word always drove me up the wall. But yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like
You adapt, right? You adapt. You learn.
You have to.
I mean, it kind of sucks, right? Because as anyone, any influencer, I gotta hate using that word, but like
dirty word.
Oh, the words I don't want to be associated with me, but still is associated with me.
My second least favorite word next to content creator.
But like a lot of questions I get from like other smaller creators, like how would you deal with hate comments? How did you not let that affect you? And I think it fucking sucks that all you can say is you get used to it. And that's not a solution. That's a fucking coping mechanism.
It's sad,
you know what I mean?
It's a part of the job.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you started uploading first and you got that first dislike? And you were like, who fucking did this? Why did you, who disliked this? How? And then now you just accept that for some reason you'll have 1,000 and you're not really sure why you have 1,000, but you're like, that's normal. I expect 1,000. And then when you don't get 1,000.
But when you think about it, when you think about 1,000 people surrounding you who just fucking dislike you, it's like, okay.
It's weird, but I remember there would be like, I had a friend who, when they started out, they had like a mental breakdown and they got a dislike. They were like, who disliked it? No one in the comments said they disliked it. Who did this? Why did they do it? And it's like you just got to deal with it. Like you just got to get over it. I'm sorry, man.
No, because I remember one of the hardest lessons I had to learn.
I'm back, guys. Just give me a couple
learning
minutes.
that you can't please everyone.
Yeah.
And there, especially I remember a point when it seemed like everyone was positive about what you were doing. You know, you didn't really get.
That's how it is.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then you reach this point when people just start hating you, like as a person, or like they personally dislike your personality or something about you, and you're like, I don't know why you dislike me. I've never met you. I've never seen you, but you seem to dislike me, and I'm just like having to learn that there are just going to be people that dislike you is like one of the hardest things I've had to learn.
It's still a thing I think I still have to come to terms with. It's that some people are just gonna dislike you.
Yeah,
right? And it sucks that you have to accept that, right?
I feel especially when because the large majority of YouTube is American, and I don't want to say like Americans don't get sarcasm, but a lot of them don't. And unfortunately, all four of us are very well versed in that.
When you do any form of jokes, right, it could fall flat. And to that person,
I think the thing that annoys me is when people get angry about me swearing.
Oh
That's like really common. I get people like, "Stop! You're ruining Japanese culture by swearing." I'm like, "Yes, me speaking words is ruining an entire culture that dates back 3,000-4,000 years. A word can bring down a culture. That is hypocrisy. That is fucking stupidity."
Yeah.
I mean, swearing in the UK is so ingrained in culture.
It is.
Like it
and
is,
in Australia, it's much worse.
Yeah.
I mean, there are many
C word like it's
I
an
used
endearing.
my early
endearing
videos, every
compliment.
video I said cunt, like 2 or 3 times at least, and there would always be that one comment which is like, I don't like it when you use the C word. I'm like, get used to it, cunt.
I get it, because have you heard Americans say the word cunt? It's like I like, you know, with your mates in England or Australia, you say it all the fucking time. Like, all right, cunt, how you doing? Yeah. But when you hear an American say, you're like, oh, like wash your fucking mouth, please.
It's so elongated in American. It's so like
it's the hard
it's
C.
Like it's the hard R as well. Because the way we tap the R in like you know, British, but in American the R is a full sound. So no R in it. What the fuck am I saying? I'm a retard.
There's no R in the word cunt, by the way.
I was like, wait a minute. I don't know.
I was thinking about a different thing. I've lost my mind. Man, I don't know what I'm going on about. Just take.
Where's my thingy here? Put it back like that. See, I actually made it back by 11. Oops. All right. Why is this like... Okay, there we go. Oops. Whew. All right. What is going on, everybody? Big Pasta Gaming here once again, and today we are... Oh, I gotta change the stream title. The whole stream is just gonna be called BRB Getting Fast Food. Today we are free. Oh my god. Guys, 12 hours. I was working on that essay for 12 hours yesterday. I took a break to go grab food and then eat dinner, so I don't count that. But I was working on that research paper until 3:30 in the morning this morning. I was just straight, like, I got off stream, went to eat dinner, and then I just worked on the research paper for the rest of the time. And oh my god, 3:30 in the morning. I was like falling asleep. I didn't really have the motivation. I was gonna quit halfway through, but I pulled through, guys. I pulled through, and I did it. I finished that freaking paper. Oh my god, 6 full pages. Well, 5.5 plus a infograph. I did my works cited page, so I had 6 research sources, 2 of which were non-internet, which fulfills the requirement. And so I had to write the bibliography, or I had to, cite those correctly, like you put it out on EasyBib or whatever. You have to do that properly, MLA format. And then I had to go back and I had to edit my introduction because it didn't fit with the rest of the essay, so I had to edit that, and then I had to come up with, I had like 2 more paragraphs and a conclusion to do, and oh my god, it's so strenuous, freaking god. 12 hours that I put into that stupid essay yesterday, and I finally did it. Oh my god, I actually did it. So I finished that. And then I had to get up early this morning too, because I thought I was gonna go run errands this morning, so I woke up at 9. So I got 5 hours of sleep last night. I woke up at 9, took a shower. Turns out we're not gonna go out, or I'm not gonna go run errands. So I was like, okay. So I sat down. And I'm thinking, well, I finished my research paper last night, but shoot, I have another assignment for college. So I looked at it this morning and I finished it. I actually read through the instructions and I finished it in about a half an hour, but I was hungry. So that's why, because I was going to go get food, since I had woken up early anyway today, but then I decided to do the assignment. And then I figured, I might as well just, on stream. Or, I still need my food or whatever. Finishing the assignment's more important, to be honest, than eating. Than eating right away, So. I knew that if I went out and I didn't do it, I wasn't going to get anything done today. But, yeah. Anyway, so I finished that. So I finished the research paper. 6 pages long. God, 6 freaking pages long. I hate essays. It's not like the longest thing in the world. If you write a thesis, like a dissertation for your master's degree, you have to write like half a book. Like your paper is going to be at least like 50 pages long, 50 pages long. That's how big this stupid paper is. I don't know how anyone can do that. but people do it. But yeah, no, anyway, so 6 pages is nothing in comparison to that. And in all honesty, this whole research paper thing, if I had actually been diligent at it, it could have just taken me 1 day to do. So it's not really that bad. And plus, it's the biggest paper of the semester, so yeah. But anyway, I did that. I finished that. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, and I just came back with my food. I got Jack in the Box. They gave me a bunch of napkins. I rode home. It's freezing cold outside. I have to wear a jacket when I go out. Oh, my fries are cold. God dang it. I didn't think that much cold air got in the bag. I got these fries for free. And I got the burger on a discount. So, it's the only way I live, guys. I was about to choke on my food. I had to regulate myself for that. Anyway. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good day today. I am. I'm up. Showered. I cut my fingernails last night. Or when did I cut my fingernails? I cut my fingernails the night before. So now they've grown just a tiny bit, so they're not like that uncomfortable feeling after you could cut your fingernails. Because I cut mine like too close to the pink, to where like the pink part of the nail like digs into my skin, and it's a little uncomfortable. It's not as bad as it sounds, but it's a little uncomfortable. So I have to wait a day for them to grow out, just a tad bit, and then they're comfortable again. So yeah, I cut my fingernails. Took a shower this morning. Finished that research paper last night, so I didn't even have to. I turned it in last night, so I didn't even have to think about it today, because I don't want to think about that. If I have to revisit that research paper, I'm gonna go crazy. I was gonna have my mom read it to like make any corrections or whatever, proofread it. I was like, no, screw it. Like, I'm not even gonna read through it. I don't want to do any corrections. I don't care. I honestly do not care. Yeah, and then I finished that other college assignment this morning real quick. So now I have absolutely nothing on my plate for the rest of the week. And by the rest of the week, I mean until tomorrow night. Because tomorrow night, I get a new week's worth of assignments, so it never ends. It's not going to be that bad. This week was the killer week with that research paper, so. Next week for English, it's just like a discussion post and then like a reflection paper. I don't know what a reflection paper is, but it's only worth like 40 points. So it's probably not going to be that bad. It's probably going to be like 1 page about what I learned this year or something. I've grown as a person ever since the beginning of English 1. Oh. Anyway, I was doing research the other day, and I calculated with French fry. You actually want the French fry? Okay, here we go. She eats the French fry. What the hell? I know she eats French fries, but it still bewilders me every time. She just wants another one. Okay. Hmm. Oh. Well, alright, Kiwi. Hey, you can be here. That's fine. Let me move this. Give me a... She's like right on the other side of this microphone. Give me a hot second, guys. It's gonna be, might be a tiny bit loud. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Oh. I don't think she likes the fried part. I think she likes the potato part more. Oh, I just ate that whole one. What are you doing? And now she doesn't eat French fries. What do you want, cute? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Oh yeah, guys, I do want to apologize about yesterday. the fact that I was not really on mic for the majority of the time. I hope you guys did enjoy watching, like, you know, my cats outside and me on the laptop and stuff like that. But I mean, really, it wasn't the most thrilling stream. I don't know. I've seen streams like that on Twitch. Like if I need to focus on work or something, then I'll actually put on a stream that'll be somebody else doing a study session or something like that. And they'll have like lo-fi music playing and whatnot. And so because of that, like I thought like, oh, you know, yesterday's stream, it could technically work, but I know you guys don't come here to just watch me be silent and typing on a computer and stuff. So it's say I do want to apologize about that. Not really the best way to spend a Friday, you know, but you know, a lot of people are out having fun, or it's their day off, so they end of the week, so they play video games and whatnot and enjoy themselves and hang out with friends. But you know, here's me typing up a 6-page research paper. The thing is too with this so yeah, no, I mean, anyway, I do want to apologize about that. I don't really know if it was like boring for you guys or anything like that. I don't know if like me doing my, because I know Thursday stream was pretty boring too. It's just watching me a webcam, watching this view of me just staring at the computer screen too, because I was trying to find stuff for my paper. So I don't know, like I do apologize. I'm not like, and because of the college thing that I'm doing, it's not I've been kind of using these streams as a way to complete the work. So yeah, so I mean, I don't know if it's like boring or if it's okay for you guys or anything like that. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, next semester I'm taking because I mean it's pretty much over. I got like a couple assignments next week, but that's about it. So anyway, next semester I'm going to be doing I want to do psychology and public speaking or public communications, whatever it is. So I took both those classes when I first went to college, and I failed them. So I failed them because I stopped showing up to class. My communications class, I took public speaking because I was like, oh, you know, whatever, you know, get out of my shell. I'll start giving speeches in front of the class and stuff. You had to give a speech like every week. I didn't mind the public speaking part, but it was the requirements for that class that really got to me. So, or not got to me, but you know, I already wasn't doing work. All my speeches for public speaking were just, I explained this to you guys before. I make up, whatever the topic of the speech is, I just make up major bullet points in my head, like 5 minutes prior to the speech, and then I just turn those bullet points into like elongated sentences, and that's how I give speeches. So, yeah. So, anyway, public speaking for me got to the point where I couldn't do that anymore. Not because of an inability, I could fully do that. But the thing is, the professor started wanting typed up outlines of our speech turned in the day prior to us actually giving the speech. because he wanted us to be organized and stuff like that. And I don't jive with that. So it's like, so I didn't want to have to come up with my speech the previous day. I'm not the type of person to come up with something and then sit there the night before and memorize it and practice it over and over again. I'm not that kind of person. I'm the kind of person to just go up and just do it and just hope for the best. And for the most part, I get the best. I get the best that I could, because for me, preparation doesn't increase my chances for success. So, but yeah. So I stopped going to class because I didn't have an outline to give. Because I had to give the dude the outline. If he called your name, I have to give him the outline before going to the speech, and he's gonna look at the outline and follow along as I'm verbally talking. I'm not cool with that. My best ideas and my best thoughts come spontaneously. Like during these streams, I don't script any of this. I don't have this written down. I don't have the things that I'm saying written down anywhere. I can talk about this and I can elaborate on that and blah blah blah. Like, no, I don't do that. I just talk and I just go on and on. And is that maybe a little inefficient way of talking? Yeah, it is. But I think I need a bottle opener for this. Do I have anything like that? I don't have a metal object. Ugh. I'm gonna have to be right back in a little bit to open this, guys. But anyway, yeah, so that's why I failed my communications classes, because I wasn't anxious about giving the speeches. I was anxious about having to do the homework of outlining the speech and then having to give that, because that means that I would have had to prepare my speech in advance. And I already wasn't doing homework for, the majority of my classes. I thought public speaking was going to be the one class I didn't have to do homework for. Because for me, the only bad thing about school was homework. So the fact that you go somewhere for a number of hours and do the work in class and you serve your prison time, and then you got to go home and continue to do it at home. You never get a break from this shit. You never get a break. When do I get to enjoy my life, huh? But I guess that's the same with a full-time job. You work 9 to 5 and then you come home at 6 at night, and after you eat dinner, you don't have any time or energy in order to enjoy yourself. So you're not taking home homework after a full-time job. You're just taking home your exhaustion, and you got to deal with that until tomorrow morning. It's so stupid. Some days when I would work, and I would have I worked a 6-hour shift at my last job. But during some days, I would have like a particularly tough day. Like, it'd be really stressful. There would be a lot of problems that I have to deal with and all that sort of stuff during the job. I would come home, 6 hours at work, okay? I would come home. It's like 3:30 or 4 in the afternoon. I'm so exhausted. I don't do anything. I just take off my clothes, lie in bed, and I fall asleep. And I literally sleep for 15 hours. I go to sleep at 4 in the afternoon, and I wake up the next day at 7 in the morning to go to work again. So all of that free time that I had, my entire day, I had to sleep in order to recover from the difficult work shift. There goes that entire day. If I had an 8-hour job, I would be doing that every single day. I would be coming home at like 6 o'clock at night. I would eat dinner, and then I would just go to bed, and I would just sleep for 12 hours. I would do that every night. And then I would wake up the next morning and have to go to work again. Like, what the hell's the point? So anyway, with school, That's what I was questioning. What the hell's the point? I don't mind going. I don't mind doing, this sort of thing, but the homework is just the nail in the coffin. It's, that's sort of the last straw there. It's you're forcing me to serve this prison sentence that is going to school or going to college or whatever. Why do I have to take that home with me? Why do you tell me I get to go home, but I really don't get to go home because you're sending homework home with me? That doesn't make any sense. So anyway, when I was going to university, when I was like 18, 19 years old, I would have to go for like 4 or 5 hours a day, and then I would come home and I would have homework to do. And I was just so over it. Like, I wasn't even doing that in senior year of high school. Like, I was just so done with it. And so then, of course, college is the same thing, but tougher and more convoluted. And so it's like, okay, screw this. Absolutely, like, screw this. I don't want to do this anymore. So it's, at least if I go work at the grocery store, I don't take that home with me. I can go work at the grocery store 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours, whatever. And then I'll come home and I still have the rest of the day. And hopefully it's not too exhausting a job. I mean, I know a lot of grocery stores, I know most grocery stores have you on your feet all the time. I don't understand that. Especially the cash registers. They have you on your feet all the time. I don't get that. Why can't I sit in the chair if I'm checking out people's groceries? I don't understand. If you need me for something, I'll get up out of the chair. It takes me 2 seconds. But whatever. They complain that you'll actually get fired if you sit in a chair at a grocery store. So you have to have like a medically diagnosed disability in order for the grocery store to let you sit in a chair while you're working the cash register. It's so stupid. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. What was I saying? Yeah. So. But yeah, no, so anyway, my whole point being, I took these classes at university like 8 years ago, and I failed them. I failed, okay, what did I even take? Oh yeah, that's right, okay. I took 4 classes at university. I took the public speaking, which is your communications requirement, but you don't have to do public speaking in college to get it. You can take like the study of communications or marketing or something like that. You could take something else. So you don't actually have to like get in front of the class and make speeches all the time. So that's kind of my bad for signing up for that specific class, but whatever. Anyway, I had that. Psychology, intro to psychology, which I actually did pretty good. The teacher was very convoluted, and that was the class where she would assign some homework, but she wouldn't announce it in class that she was assigning homework. She would post the assignment on her website at like 5 p.m. and then she expected you, with no notice or no warning or anything. You had to be checking her website every hour. And then she would post the assignment there at like 5 p.m. The time when you wouldn't check. And then she would expect you to have it completed by class tomorrow. So you had to know to check it, and then you had just mere hours in order to do it. If you had something going on that night, well, no, fuck you. You got to stay home and do this homework assignment. Otherwise, you're failing the class. So. She was one of those teachers, but despite all that, I think I did pull off a C in that class. That was the only class I actually passed, technically, but I gotta take it again. If my GPA, if I try to get that class credit over to this college, then they're gonna take all of my Fs over to this college too, and I'm just gonna ruin my GPA. So I'm just gonna take the hit. Or I'm not gonna even do that, and I'm just gonna pretend like I never went to college before, and then I'll just retake psychology, and also all the other classes that I failed. So okay, I did public speaking, psychology, which is also a requirement. I did sociology, which if you guys don't know the difference, psychology is like in your mind, it's behavioral stuff. So, on this stream, I talk a lot about like abuse victims. So, if somebody's a victim of abuse, or anything else like that, then when they grow older, then they'll carry that with them, and it might affect some of their behavior. So psychologically, they'll change based off of their living conditions from earlier in life. Same thing for like people who are spoiled. Okay, we'll go on the opposite end because I don't want to talk about abuse today. So go on the opposite end. Kids who are spoiled will grow up being very self-centered and thinking that and feeling very entitled to everything. That's psychology. So psychology is on an individual level. How are your behaviors and your actions shaped by your upbringing and like your environment and stuff? And then also it can get into like, mental disorders. That's typically like a psychologist will, help you with mental like depression and anxiety and stuff like that, and coping strategies and whatnot. The thing with psychology is that it is kind of a woman's field. A lot of women get into psychology way more than men, and because a lot of women become therapists because they want to help people. They want to be, kind and compassionate, and they want to help people. But the thing is, I mean, I could go on an hour-long rant about that, but just basically the gist of it is that the kind of people who want to help, who just simply have an altruistic mind, and they just want to help people in need, those people, those women for the most part, who become psychologists for that reason, don't relate to the problems of the people in need. And so therefore they can't understand what these people are going through. You're suffering from depression or you have major social anxiety or anything like that. A therapist will not fully understand. They won't be able to relate with you or empathize with you or anything like that. They'll feel sorry for you and they'll apply textbook strategies, but they won't be able to really relate and understand you. And why do I make such a bold, controversial claim? It's because these people didn't go to, it's because these people haven't had a tough life. You don't have a tough life where you're battling with mental illness your entire childhood and then go and graduate from college. That's what it is. I really need to open this bottle. I need to continue eating, to be honest. Ow, fuck. Oh my god. I'm already burping. I don't think I'm gonna have this ginger beer. I think I'm gonna get water instead. I'll be back, get that water, guys. Beast, Mr. Bust. Mr. Bust. God, I want to watch that video. I'm done talking about college. I want to watch that video. What video? Mr. Beast, Mr. Bust. Mr. Bust. Alright. Where are we going? Here we go. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Mr. Breast, Mr. Beast, Uber. Mr. Beast, Mr. Bust. Mr. Bust.
I am going to Uber people, but at the end of the ride, let them keep the car. We literally have a Lamborghini, and I'm going to give it away. You want to watch this video.
I'm about to turn on Uber, and whoever we pick up first is literally getting a free car. I better get 5 stars. 2 minutes away. Get out, get out, get out. To the van!
We are watching Jimmy on the big screen. We got a surveillance bus, and we're gonna watch him give away a car.
Low-key, I'm freaking out a bit.
Jimmy on the big screen. We got a surveillance bus, and we're gonna watch him give away a car.
Low-key, I'm freaking out a bit. I see the guy waiting on the corner. I don't think he realizes I'm over here. Please don't cancel the ride. I'm trying to give you a car. Bryce, right here.
Hook, line, and sinker. We got Bryce.
How's it going? Good, how about you? This is actually my first ever Uber ride.
I wonder if this guy's noticed just this massive black van 10 feet behind him this whole time.
I've missed a turn like 4 times. Yeah, no, this is literally the first time I've ever Ubered anyone. If you had to choose, who would you say your favorite YouTubers are?
I don't know, it's pretty, there's a lot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know there are quite a bit. Have you ever made videos?
For one day, maybe.
Yeah, you should go for it.
Jimmy literally doesn't know how to talk about anything other than YouTube.
Figured out who you remind me of.
Who?
A little hard with the math, but Mr. Beast.
Oh no, the kid
Yes,
knows.
I am Mr. Beast. Can you give me 5 stars?
He said make sure you rate 5 stars.
Well then, here, you can have the car.
Actually?
Yeah.
Like, for real?
Yeah, are you crying?
No, I'm good. My car broke down recently, so.
Alright, well perfect timing. So here, come hop in the front seat. Hey, there's the squad. Like it?
Yeah, I love it, bro.
Well, if you didn't believe it before, now you have 5 cameras pointed at you, so you probably do now. Congratulations, Bryce, on your brand new car.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna go hop in the black van and give away more cars.
Since my first passenger recognized me, I decided to get a disguise.
I'm gonna head to pick up my next passenger. Hopefully they don't recognize me. Hey, are you Abe? Yeah, hop on in.
I've seen this video like 5 times, but I just like it so much.
How you guys doing?
I like your mustache.
Thank you. So I'm new to Uber. This is actually literally my 3rd drive.
Are you liking it?
Good. So far I've made 20 bucks.
Hey, that's a bag is a bag. A bag is a bag.
Jimmy, you have to figure out which one of these people is getting a car, dude.
Oh, we went to the Salvation Armies, not the Goodwill store.
It should be right up here.
So you didn't mean to put this address in?
No, I did mean to put this address in. I think it messed up.
So you guys gotta drive somewhere else?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna call another.
No, that's fine. Here, actually, how about you guys just take the car where you need to go?
What the-
And I'll just leave.
Are you serious?
You guys got it. Don't worry about it. All right, have a nice day.
Alright.
I literally gave them the keys and just walked away. They were so confused.
What's up, boys? We actually have a problem because I'm doing a video where I Uber people and let them keep the car, but there's 3 of you. What should we have them do to compete for the car?
I don't think I can really think of a race.
Yeah, you're gonna dust us.
Go, man.
Oh, is it? Do you run track?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Gentlemen, you are about to race for this car right here. Dead serious, whoever touches that wooden box and then this car first gets to keep it.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right. Oh, he got a head start. Oh, my gosh. Oh, he's breaking away. Oh, my gosh, he's breaking away. Oh, no.
Give me the Sentra! Give me the Sentra!
There you go. Congratulations on your brand new car.
Thank you.
No problem, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's so tight, man. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go give away more cars.
What do I do with this one?
You just drive it. It's yours.
I'm with that. I'm with that. This just makes it so much easier for like me and my parents. I'm honestly probably about to just give this to my mom because she deserves it for sure. This is definitely gonna help a lot.
Carl is about to do his first ride as an Uber driver. Are you excited?
No, I just got one.
Oh, really? On a scale of 1 to 10, Carl, how nervous are you?
27.
Carl, it's not that bad. You're just gonna pick up a random person, and we're just gonna have you do a bunch of cringy and embarrassing things in front of 20 million viewers.
Okay.
If you ask why you have so many lights on, tell them it's because you're afraid of the dark.
Hello, I'm Carl. We've all been there.
I was trying to get into that man's car when he pulled up.
Oh, no.
Carl now has the passenger in his car. Things are about to get fun. Every time you pass a light, I want you to bark and punch the roof. Carl, you're at a light.
Bark.
I'll let that one slide this time, but next time I want a better bark.
Bark.
There we go. There we go. Imagine being that guy in the back seat. Just how awkward it must be right now. I hate to do this to you, buddy, but I need a yeehaw. Yeehaw. Buddy, but I need a yeehaw. Yeehaw. You need a breathing out. Oh my gosh, Carl, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate me right now?
Yeah, about a 10.
I would feel bad, but we're giving the man a car, so it's fine. When you get to the destination, tell the guy that you liked him so much that you're giving him your car. Clap if you heard that. Now it's time for the big moment, Carl. Give away the car.
Here we go. You've been my favorite passenger so much. You just keep the car. Obviously, I'm bad at Ubering.
Yo, you got me home. You're good.
I do want to keep the lights. Okay.
Appreciate it.
You can keep the lights, actually. This whole thing has been for a video, I promise. I'm not weird.
We run a channel named Mr. Beast, and we like to give away stuff, and so...
Are you serious?
Yeah, that is your car now. Yeah.
Get out of here. I'm speechless, to be honest with you. Thanks for freaking me out and weirding me out. I guess it was worth the car.
So you would say tonight's one of the best nights of your life?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go give away more cars. I can't believe later in this video we're gonna Uber someone with a Lamborghini and give it away. Imagine you called an Uber and then they gave you a Lamborghini. What we just did to Carl was pretty brutal, and now it's Chandler's turn.
No!
Don't punch me.
Payback's gonna be sweet.
Hey, Michael. Is that you? All right. Cool.
Chandler now has his passenger in the car. Wait, we're at a light. You gotta punch through.
Oh, for real? Oh my God.